Good morning, afternoon, and good night. My name is Mr. Sunchips. That was really fucking loud. I apologize. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Holy Fuck, Look at That, Out of the Bag. Today I'm joined by another one of my best friends. He's my cousin. What's a cohort? I feel like using the word cohort.
Sure, it sounds good.
Cohort. I feel like that's like a partner or something. This is my cousin Justin.
How's it going?
Remember to suck that dick, Justin. Don't forget. Just shove it up in your mouth. Oh, I need to give you some slack. Maybe
There
that'll
we go.
help. Sweet.
I don't
Here.
have to tug on it.
Yeah. Hey, actually, you can tug on me all you want. There. See, look at this. This is so professional. This setup is just so goddamn.
Oh, it's awesome.
If you're not watching it on YouTube, you probably should because it's fucking hilarious. All right. I got the computer between my thighs. We're good to go. How's it going today?
Pretty damn good.
That's good. Hell yeah.
One little hiccup, but
Well,
that's
yeah.
over with now.
Hiccups happen. People die. No, I'm just kidding. That was fucked up. No. I came up here also because we're gonna work on a bike, my Recumbent bike.
Yep.
Are you pretty confident we'll be able to get it done?
I don't know if we'll get it done today, but
No,
we'll have
but
a pretty damn good idea.
yeah, get her done. Like not get it done, but
Get her done.
yeah, like it'll at the end of it all.
Yeah, we'll be able to see the vision.
Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping so. Because I see it in my head, but I'm also fat as fuck. So I get really worried that it'll perform without having to get like a solid 300 motor on there or something, or an
Yeah.
engine. I
We'll
don't know.
just put fucking NOS on it and
Yeah. Is that still a thing?
yeah.
Like NOS injection? They still like use it in
Oh, yeah.
traditional racing and shit?
Yep.
Hmm.
They make little kits that you can put on little motors like that.
Like that?
Uh-huh.
Does it really...
Would just pinch it until it blows up.
Does it get you? Like, does it
Oh, it would
help you, I guess?
probably on
And an
that thing
engine
get
like
you
that?
like 5 more miles an hour for about 20 feet till the rod flew out of the crankcase. But
I mean, 5 more miles. Fuck. I mean, you got to take it when you can get it, I guess.
yeah,
Jeez. It seems a little dangerous. You have a rod just go straight through your fucking leg or something?
that's what happens every day I ride my mini bike.
Really?
Yeah, you have that fear of the rod breaking and coming through the
Holy
getting impaled or
shit.
something.
Surprised to pay to be a badass, I
Yeah.
guess.
In it to win it.
What the fuck? Damn. Well, that's pretty sweet. I don't know. I still think I still think it'll be fun either way.
Yeah.
Like just dicking around with it, and even if it moves, I feel like it'll still be a win because
Yeah.
at least we accomplished it.
Well, if anything, we'll go to that big ass hill out on the 5-mile turn. And I'll just push your ass down it with the motor running, and then we'll say it worked.
That's true.
There we go.
Or I could just pedal my ass off and say
Yeah,
it's assisted pedaling.
probably pedal harder.
Yeah, right. That's true. Who knows? We won't know until we try, though, I suppose. All right. Well, let's get into the subjects. That was almost like a mini subject. That was pretty sweet. It's nice when shit flows like that.
Yep.
My first subject that I came up with was life owning a house. We both kind of around the same time obtained a house.
Yep.
And I was just, I think we've talked about it some, but I was just kind of wondering, other than troubles that I've heard, like with the foundation shit, is that the foundation or is it just like a wall?
Yeah.
So like that kind of shit, of course, but
Got a new roof.
oh,
Yeah.
that's always fucking.
Yeah, Mother Nature gave me that.
Oh
And the
yeah.
insurance company.
You can go on about what happened if you like.
Oh, it's fine.
Like no, go ahead. I mean, I'm sure people want to know how you got a new roof.
Well, a giant storm came through and a bunch of hail fell on the roof, wiped out a bunch of trees, and
A fuck ton.
Yeah, it took about a month of my summer away.
Oh, that was super fucked up.
Yeah.
At least, so he had a gigantic oak. Was that?
Yeah, huge.
Oh, it was bigger than my dick. It was
It
pretty.
was a sapling.
Well, thanks for that. No, it was a fucking huge tree, and unfortunately, that sucker. It was because it was hollow at the bottom, kind of.
Yeah. It was surprising. The rest of it was pretty nice, but just at the base, it had got hit by lightning or something at one time and was all messed up on the bottom.
Were you saying that? That's you're saying something about like injured limbs and stuff, and how they can like rot or something.
Yeah. If a limb dies on the tree way up in the air, then that can rot away, causing an open spot where water can run into the trunk of the tree.
Got it. It's like
And
an open
then-
wound kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And eventually the tree will become hollow.
Got it. That sucks. I mean, it was fairly hollow, wasn't it? From what I seen, anyway.
The bottom, like 5 feet. That was it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of sweet then. It sucks that it's at the most important part.
Yeah.
At the very bottom.
I got really lucky, though, because
Yeah.
one of those could have fallen on the house, you know.
Right.
There's 30 of those trees in my yard.
Jeez. Yeah, that's the odds.
And about 15 of them can reach the house.
Yeah, those are not odds to fuck with. You got one that's like right above us right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The dead one or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you thought about like
Yeah, I've
starting to
thought
trim
about
it
the-
and shit?
$2,000 bill it would probably be to get it cut down.
Couldn't you? Fuck. Couldn't you like?
I've tried a shotgun.
Well, you tried a shotgun just to
Yeah.
like hit the branch and see if it'd come
Well,
off.
there was those Widowmaker ones that they would crack and fall and just dangle,
Okay.
swinging back and forth in the wind, and you'd look up and you'd see this probably 50-pound branch swinging back and forth above your head.
Jeez.
So I took care of them with the shotgun.
Oh, and so it actually did work for that scenario.
Yeah, I got the death branches down anyway.
God, that is scary though. Fuck. It's like nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Well, I could fork out a couple grand and
Yeah. Because that isn't as easy as pushing it over, you'd think, right? You got to like
it's
Kinda
in a
cut
terrible
off-
spot.
cut off the limbs first before you chop it down.
Oh yeah.
Like you kind of
So
like
they got to get a bucket truck and
got
cut
it.
it down from the top.
So how do you do that with? I've seen where they kind of like get it attached to a rope and then like use leverage to just kind of
Yeah,
once
they
it
let them
falls.
swing away.
Yeah. So are they like using the tree as leverage?
Yep, they
Okay.
tie off to the tree and let it swing away.
Got it.
Those guys are nuts. That's
Yeah.
why it costs $2,000 to get a tree taken down.
I suppose. Do you have to sign anything for something like that about
Probably
damage
just
and
have
stuff?
to prove that you have insurance.
Okay, so then
But those guys, if you hire a good company, they're
gonna do it.
they're insured.
Okay, so
So
everything
if they
should
eat shit,
right.
it's on their ass.
Got it. Fuck. That is really annoying. I know as the years pass, I got a big tree in front of my yard, and it's not like it's not healthy or anything, but it just like as the years go, it keeps getting bigger, and I'm like, please just, because we've had some trees go down in the area, but I don't know the health of it. I just hope it's kind of like low bearing, but the branches get way the fuck out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're just not fun. Nothing compared to that oak though. Holy shit. He had somebody come out and still doesn't have all of it out of there yet.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
wood.
it rained for the past month.
3 months. No,
Seems
yeah.
like it.
It does seem like it, but
It's too wet. He can't get his truck in there.
that was
Was
Could
it-
you even put a weight to it?
To that tree?
Yeah, how much wood he got out of it?
Well, on its way down, it drove branches that were, a foot in diameter, like 4 feet into the ground at least. We had to pull them
Jeez.
out with the tractor. They
That's
were
nuts.
just jammed in the ground. Yeah,
Fuck.
I don't even know how much it would weigh. At the base of it, his chainsaw was 32 inches long, and he had to
Holy shit.
he had to cut it from both sides. 'Cause
So
it
that's
was
64?
no, it was
Or it was
probably 36 inches
Okay.
across at the base.
Jeez. Keep that away from my girlfriend. That's some big wood. Sorry. Too many big wood jokes I can't fucking go for. But yeah, back to owning a house. Other than the dangers, there's always fucking shit going on, of course. Something you have to do.
Yep.
But have you enjoyed living here?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yep.
You don't have any interest in ever, like, trying to move? Because I feel like we both kind of, like, settled into it because it was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm pretty comfortable.
Me too.
I don't really want to go anywhere. Nice.
Someday, maybe.
Right.
The older I get, the more I hate snow.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gets worse to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got a pretty good fucking setup to get rid of it. That big ass tractor with the encased.
Yeah, I put tunes in there last winter too, so
now you got a radio in your thing.
I can rock out while I'm snowballing in the driveway.
For like a visual, it's like a big old. It's like between a real fucking farm tractor and a small lawnmower. It's like a beefcake tractor, personal tractor.
Yeah, it's a garden tractor.
That thing can tear up a fucking garden. And then he built like is it just like plywood? Or is it thicker than plywood?
It's all metal framework.
Okay.
And then just plywood on the outside.
Just put plywood on the outside? But I'm sure it gets toasty in there.
Hell yeah.
Because the wood probably insulates pretty well.
And the heat from the motor comes in there.
Oh, so you get that as well?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And then he's got...
and all the exhaust fumes.
Yeah, that's
so you
true.
get a free buzz while you're...
Yeah. You bring out a couple of buzz. You be drinking, smoking, and getting some fume action going on. Now he's got radio. No, sounds like, right? Or like some sort of tunes.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
put
you
a
said?
car CD player in there.
Sweet. I think he's gonna get gigabit internet in that thing soon.
Yep.
Fuck yeah,
OnStar.
wireless. OnStar.
So when I break down at the end of the driveway, I don't have to walk back to the house.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I need a trip.
Yep. Run out of gas.
Where do you need to go? It's about 100, 200 feet. I don't know. Somewhere like that. Bring me a tank of gas and a warm vehicle to get me back to my house.
Yep.
Hey, some of those winters where there's a shit ton of snow, it almost feels like, it's a daunting task to go through some of this shit. It's like if it could just snow, and I said this to somebody, but I was just saying, like, snow a fuck ton by all means, but then just stop so we can like clear the roads.
Yep.
And like I don't mind snow. It's just when it
on
keeps,
the weekends.
Yeah, that too. Like once I get where I'm going and I'm sitting in the house, go ahead. I don't care. It's like I don't know. It's just I hate how it affects the roads. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't really mind it else. Maybe dealing with it with the house. Sometimes it kind of is a nuisance.
Last winter I had to go up on the roof and shovel off like after one of the snowstorms. There was over 2 feet of snow on the one side of my roof.
Oof.
It was starting to make creaking noises and shit.
Oh no. That's fucking bad.
It was funny because it was on the news. They were showing what are signs of getting roof damage in the winter. And the roof was, or the one of the main points was creaking.
Right.
And Becca, she had just moved here at the time. She came out of her bedroom and she said, "Justin, you got to come listen in my bedroom. Something's making a weird noise." So I walk in there and it's standing there for a little while and it's like, I don't hear nothing. I was like, pop.
Oh shit.
Oh, what was that? It's like, okay. Go back out and there it is on the news, all these symptoms of having a bunch of ice on your roof.
That's fucking funny.
It was just a bunch of snow. There was no ice under it.
Okay. Well, that's good. Because I feel like that's the bigger problem over snow. Like, of course, snow is going to be bad, but that ice, it fucked up my roof. Thankfully, we got a new one. But it also, like, I can tell it's probably from previous damage where you can see in
valley.
Yeah. You can tell it's gone down like half an inch. It's very minuscule, but also water is getting in between that crack. I think we're looking to like get some work done on the house next year. I think that's like one of the main fucking things, because if that keeps happening, I feel like that water is gonna it's gonna ruin it.
Up on the roof that happened?
Oh shit, I got him worried now. No, it's on the roof, but it's so you know my front door?
Yep.
And then so you know how there's a valley coming in right there before it, because it's over the big window.
Okay.
So it comes down right beside the door and then flattens out. Right at that crack, you can see that they tried to like
the roofing guys?
No.
Oh.
This is Megan's grandparents.
Oh, okay.
There's a crack on the underside, not on the roof. Underside, there's like, you can tell it's shifted. Excuse me. And there's water coming in through there.
Okay.
Or there was. So it's like coming and trickling in.
Oh.
And then getting inside and then coming back down, because there's an icicle. Say it like, here's the space between the edge of the roof and then the house.
Last winter
there's like icicle right in the middle.
Yeah, you sent me a picture or a snap or something of these giant icicles on the back.
Oh yeah, that's not
the back
good.
and the front of your house, I think.
Yeah, I had some serious fucking ones one of those years for sure. That was bad, but that's neglect. That's like me not taking care of it.
It's cold out. Screw it.
Well, yeah, and then they happen so fast.
Yeah,
it's like when you're busy and you're not paying attention, because I'm never over there. It's always on that side of the house. It's not on the left side. I don't go through the front door. I just drive up until all of a sudden you drive up one time and you just see like a glacier on the side of your house. You're like, fuck, dude, I should probably take care of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like, you want to do its best, but sometimes it costs a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, and there's time.
Yeah, lots of time. It's like, man, I have a hard time paying people to do stuff.
Me too.
Like professionals anyway. But that also I think is a detriment to me getting it done on time. You know what I mean? Because then I'm like trying to figure it out, and I want to ask people, and I'll pay people that I know. I just don't want to pay LLC, whoever, that, I don't have any relationship with. I feel like we have a lot of family members that at least have some knowledge and some stuff.
Yeah.
But then I put it off and I don't ever ask, and then, I don't know. I just feel like that also comes into play. It's like you want to get it done by yourself, but you can't. It's like with the car and shit like that. It's like, I want to get shit done, but and that's why I kind of want to learn some more. I'm glad you know way fucking more than I do. I can learn something from you. I'm not too scared to dick around anymore. But before I didn't know, and it was just kind of like, it was nice for you to be able to teach me a bunch of shit. Not that we had a good time doing it with that Lumina, but I don't know. Did you learn something? It was a 95 Lumina that I fucking had some.
I learned not to put the push rods in backwards. Or, just in the wrong hole, not backwards.
Well, dude, I swear we put that shit. We had this. When you take shit apart, you kind of like set yourself up to put it together correctly again.
Yeah, laid it out.
Yep. You mark stuff. You say, this is for that. This is for that. This is just a general thing, whether it be an electronic, a tinkering thing, whatever. When you take something apart, you document, and, Justin has a good idea of what's going on, but you still got to put everything back. And when we had to take these things out, they had to go back the exact same way. And I could have sworn that we did it perfectly. We took our time to fucking put that shit back together. And then what? It was just one? When we put it back together, it was just one that we didn't put back in, right? Or it had to have been two then, right?
Yeah.
Because we misplaced too.
But yeah, it made the one valve open way too far. And that's not good.
Jeez. Oh, because they're short and long.
Yep. So
Got
the
it.
long went on the short side, and the valve said hello to the piston.
So the short one, did that one have
That
any
valve
damage?
probably didn't even open.
Because it was too short to do
Yeah.
anything. But that long one
Got it.
hit the back of that pussy real hard.
Drove it home.
Yeah, really drove it home. And then bent his dick, and we had to buy another one. No, I mean, besides that, did you learn something like about engines? Because you know so much, but like I know they're all kind of different.
Yeah. You learn something new every time you tear something apart.
Yeah, it's true. It's not the funnest when shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
But when you get to a point where it's finished, I can see where it's like magic. It's like, fuck, I did that. I put it together. I put all these variables together, and they're like cohesively acting with one another. No, it's super rewarding.
That's how I felt when I made my tiny little mini bike go super fast.
Tiny mini bike? Oh, the one we're looking at right now?
Yep.
Because so you put everything together, it ran. Then what'd you do to it to make it way faster?
Secret.
Secret?
No.
Did you dump some cocaine in the tank?
Oh, well, yeah, a little bit.
True.
No, I poured it and polished it and shaved the head and...
Oh, you went in.
Oh, yeah.
To that
I had
fucker.
it all torn apart.
Did you bring it to work?
No, I just did it at home. It was like a goal of mine to do it, by hand.
Yeah.
Just to see if I could do it. I didn't give a shit if I wrecked the motor. It was just I'm going to try this out and we'll see what happens.
Damn.
And
That's pretty sweet.
Rips.
It rips?
Yep.
How do you do that by hand? You said you polished the inside?
Yeah, Dremel.
Okay.
Different bits and...
So with that, do you have to, like, I'm sure that you really didn't care. I mean, you're quote unquote, like, you're a fucking professional. So, I mean, obviously you know right and wrong as far as stuff like that. Does it really, when you're doing something like that, is that where you need to be like super precise as far as like how much you remove? Like, will it...
You can't, like, just go for it and
but what
blow
you were
everything
doing
wide open,
Yeah.
I really didn't open it up too much.
You're just trying to get away to the surface, like kind of clean up the surface kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it nice and smooth for the air to flow in and out.
So that amount of shaving shit out is like so minuscule, it's really not going to cause any
It's
defect.
just all when they cast the motor, there's all these little, like, bumps and imperfections in the surfaces inside the ports. So you just carve that material off there and smooth it all out, and it'll be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's pretty sweet. And it turned out okay when you were done with it?
Yep.
When you put it back together?
Yep.
And then it just got you like an extra horse?
Oh, a lot more than that. Well,
like
when you're starting with 5 horsepower to get up to 10 horsepower, I'm guessing is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Right. For a package like that.
Yeah.
For those who are wondering, I'm about 6'5", somewhere between 250 and 300. I choose not to look. I'm about the size of that bike.
The mini bike itself, I can pick it up and stick it in the trunk of my car. So it's like 100 pounds tops.
But my mass, I'm like,
I
could bear hug this thing.
Envelop that thing.
Envelop. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a pretty small package, but that fucker's got a big old thing on it.
Yeah, it carried you along pretty good.
Dude, it did. That's fucking fun. Hell yeah. But, so yeah, man. You've been enjoying it here, though.
Yep.
Do wish we could teleport so I could hang out with you more.
I know.
I fucking hate it. Why can't you just make like a You hear they're gonna actually try to do that, like a railway system, but it's more like broad. I guess they're trying to do it all over, but like they're trying to do one from one side to the other on the United States.
Oh, like a super fast one or a
Yeah.
bullet train thing?
Yeah, we've been doing those, but like they're thinking, and then there was also supposed to be one that's supposed to go from. They were talking about it years ago from the cities to Duluth. They want
Oh
to just
yeah,
have
I think they're gonna do that.
so it's still like in progress. I remember they were like taking the first steps back when I first looked into it, but I
Yeah.
haven't really looked into it at all.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have it.
Where do you
I
think
don't-
it?
I don't think like the light rail stuff. I don't live in the city, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But everything you hear about it, it was just a giant waste of money. They should have just invested in more buses
Yeah, I feel like we're
or
not
bike lanes or whatever. You
right.
know?
We're not that big. I feel like
Yeah.
it's almost like it's almost like where were we? I can't remember now. We were somewhere. We traveled somewhere. Man, drugs are bad.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a railway system for the airport.
Okay.
So you're going from one to the other.
Yep.
You'd have to you could take the thing, but you didn't have to. You could walk there.
Okay.
So it's basically just like a quick way to get there. That's how I kind of feel like that is. It's like kind of more like a commodity than it is a necessity,
Yeah.
because it is such a short path in comparison to like maybe New York, where they can obviously benefit
Yeah.
in something like that.
Well, yeah, and the subways and stuff, it's all underground.
Yeah, that too. Right. It's
They're not
taken
on-
up.
Yeah, they're not up on the streets crashing into cars and
Yeah.
running people on bikes over. And
Right. Yeah, exactly. Did that
not
happen
that's
a lot?
funny, but
No, it's not funny. But so you've heard of that stuff kind of happening?
oh yeah,
I haven't. I stay under a rock.
yeah.
You know, for the most part, as far as like shit going on.
I work in a shop with a bunch of like 50 to 60-year-old guys.
Yeah.
So even though I really don't pay that much attention to the news or
Oh.
whatever,
Yeah.
I still hear it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You hear all those guys talking about it, and,
Yep. That's true.
or you hear it on the radio or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen to the radio a lot, but I don't catch enough. Like, I remember when I was working at the Hartford, I'd have to get to work at like 6:30. So it'd be like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'd be listening to the radio. It's kind of nice. That's when they're actually like talking. It's like at 5:30 in the morning, I don't really want to listen to music.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of just zone out and not really get, woo, don't stop, make it pop. You know, I want to listen to that shit. It's just kind of nice. But I haven't caught that kind of stuff lately.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, so what I was going to say, so we can cut into another subject, but I thought it was perfect that we can cut into the subject that I thought it was funny. We were just talking about it, how, you know, how you're getting some of your information from your coworkers. And then we kind of talked about earlier how we have no fucking clue what's going on in the news and stuff.
Yeah.
And that brought up like kind of thinking about I don't know. It's not that it's not viable. It's just I just choose not to really invest in the news. Like traditional news.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of like it seems like an maybe not an older person thing to do, because I know a lot of people don't. I don't know. It's just a weird genre of people
Yeah.
that like know everything that's going on in the United States because they watch channel 11 at 4, 7, and 11 every
Yeah.
day or whatever. I don't know. It just feels like the younger people or just people in general are tending to like veer away with the internet. They can see so much more. I don't know. Why don't you watch the news? You just don't care to. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't know. It's
Yeah, I guess it's not
current
that
events.
I don't care. It's just a lot of times it's stuff that depresses you. You know, it's stuff you don't want to hear about. You feel bad for the people or things that it happens to, but
True.
you know, if it wasn't broadcast on TV, you'd never know that it happened.
Yeah.
And you would go on living your life just the same, you know.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, because it's almost like for me, like, I don't know, scary movies, I can understand why people like them, but I just choose not to watch scary movies because I don't like having, you know, sometimes I'm paranoid, but I don't like to have to be watching behind my back after I watch some fucking creepy ass movie. Just my choice. And I feel like I kind of vibe with you there, is that I just, a lot of the stuff, I know some stations are a little less, like, depressing. I don't know which ones, but
yeah,
it's just like a lot of it is 6 people dead or somebody got hurt or this happened, and it's like I'm sure I'm sure somebody just got their head blown off. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
but it's gonna happen, like you said, without me or not. And do I care to listen to it? Sure, but also it's like I kind of already. I mean, I don't know. There's so many people in the world. Shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I look at a lot of, like, I look at Reddit a lot, the homepage of Reddit, and Reddit's kind of sweet because it's a lot of it is publicly, like, presented by the people. Some of it is like advertised and stuff, but not very much. A lot of the stuff you'll see on the Reddit homepage is just current trending topics that somebody might be talking about. I look a lot into like space stuff, so that stuff will come up, but it's all over the place. Maybe it's what I click on and how they keep track of me and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like since it's from the people, it's a lot less likely to be subject to any kind of biasness or something like that. Of course it's going to be biased to the person, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's just, I feel like there's more places to get, quote unquote, the news nowadays.
Yeah. A lot of I'm not expressing my political views at all.
Oh, God.
But like Trump says, most of the news is fake.
Yeah. No, that I won't express my political views either, but that is one thing I will agree with.
Yeah.
With Trump.
I don't know if they're all, you know, if all news stations are the same, but
Right.
It seems like a lot of them are so fast to jump to conclusions.
Sure, right.
Without doing their job. They're reporters. They're supposed to really dig into this stuff, and
yeah. They
seem like they dig till they find what they want to hear and don't keep going and get the whole truth.
Right. Yeah, so what's that? What are you doing that for? Are you doing it for a quick bang? Get on the story fast? Like, that's kind of against what you're trying to do.
That, and I don't, maybe it's the company you're working for,
Just
or
get me
your
a story.
views, if you're so one-sided, know, politically, that you want to report stuff that way.
Right.
Way liberal or way conservative.
Yep. No, I getcha. I thought of an example is that, with some of those mass shootings that have happened, it's kind of like, it's just interesting when you get all these different numbers and all these different kind of things when it's first on the scene type of stuff.
Yeah.
You hear this station's got this station's got that. It's like, where are they, are they saying like one station reports 11, the other reports 12?
Yeah.
Are they saying 12 because, they can go off the fact that, oh, we're still counting kind of thing? Like, this is fucked up to talk about, but it kind of seems like that. Like, oh, but we still don't know, but there was a 12 dead. And it's like, well, are you sure you're not just like trying to get your death count on above another station's?
Yeah.
It's horrible to say that, but I wouldn't put it past him thinking about that. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty fucked up. But I mean, I can see what they're trying to fucking do. It's like, man, go do something else with your life instead of just like fake news, like you said. And yeah, like you said, also it's hard because a lot of stuff is so biased. It's for me, it's listening to an opinion that is stemming from someone who, like, it's their job versus like a bystander.
Yeah.
Like, it's way easier to trust a bystander, I feel like, even
Yeah,
if they don't have the whole truth. It's just like they were there versus somebody who's like, it's a telephone game,
Yeah.
you know?
Or, you know, if the reporter did research, they could present that research to 5 different people and have 5 different views on that topic, you know?
Yeah. I think it is also like I think it is a big part of it is that the urgency.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody's gonna look at the news on a shooting a week after or a day after or whatever. They're gonna be, if they hear about it, if it's on the news, they're gonna be going to whatever's available. And if your article is not available within hours of it happening, then you're just on the bottom. So it's, I don't know. There's just some weird competition about it that kind of, it ruins it, I guess. See, that's why I just would rather listen to random strangers on Reddit telling me that they seen some shit going on one day. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Here was another subject I wanted to ask you, is that we were talking about engines and stuff, and I just wanted to, I mean, I've wondered this, but it's more just like a question for you, is when do you think was the true first time that you grew passionate for like small engines or just anything like that in general? Because I mean, it's obviously been a part of your life for quite a long time. But can you remember an instance where you're like, damn, this is fun?
I was probably 6 or 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
When I worked on my first motor, my GoKart, mine and my brother's GoKart.
Ooh, nice.
Locked up. And my dad figured, well, the motor's junk either way, so he took it off and he sat me down and gave me some wrenches and told me what to take apart. Took it all apart and we got it going again.
Nice.
It was pretty cool to do that at that young of an age.
Right.
And my grandpa, he loved to tinker with stuff. And it was always out in this garage, the one we're doing the interview in right now.
Oh yeah.
It seems like I'm always out here too, messing with something. But I've just always loved anything with a motor.
Right. Hell yeah. 6, 7, fuck. I was probably playing fucking Nintendo 64 like a bitch.
And I was riding wheelies across the yard on the 3-wheeler, scaring the hell out of my mom.
Oh wait, 6, 7. I would have been like 4, right? How many years apart?
No, you would have
been
like 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, we're a few years apart. So I was sucking a titty. Well, maybe not 2. I was barely alive at that point.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking sweet though. The go-kart was like your first big thing. So do you remember the event of it seizing up at all, or it just didn't turn over?
I can still picture it. My dad went to pull it over and the motor locked up. I'm sure you've done it starting your 3-wheeler. When you go to pull it and the motor doesn't turn, but your hand keeps going and it snaps the handle out of your hand.
Yeah.
Hurts like hell.
Yeah.
I remember him pulling it and the rope yanked out of his hand and he
oh shit.
He was all pissed off at it.
That's funny. So he was just He was just like, it's broken.
Yeah, he figured, well, the motor's junk, so here you go, have at it. We made it run again.
That's sweet. Did it run until you got rid of it, or did it die?
Oh, I think we put many motors on that go-kart.
That's cool. Oh yeah. Well, that's awesome. I'm gonna check this video recording just to make sure. Is that go-kart? Where did that go-kart end up?
My dad traded it to a guy that he worked with.
Excuse me.
And got me a dirt bike when I was, I don't know, 12, 13. I remember
Sweet.
when he first brought it home, I had to stand on a bucket to start it.
Oh shit.
Or,
like
or it
kickstart
had to be on the kickstand.
Got it. That's funny.
And then I grew over that winter. The next year I could touch with my toes so I could ride it.
That's crazy how fast technically he grew there.
Yeah. My brother, he was always the sports one, you know?
Yeah.
And I was always the motorhead.
Hell yeah.
But that dirt bike I put hundreds, probably thousands of miles on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that lets you get away.
That was my car until I turned 16.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Living out in the country, you can cruise to your buddy's house and...
Oh, shit, dude. Hell yeah. I wish I would have done that more with the three-wheeler. I didn't have balls. I didn't want to get caught.
You had to cross 61 to go anywhere.
Yeah, true.
Pretty much. Unless you went down to the river. But then you're going down 9.
Yeah, I didn't want to go on any tar.
You're effed either way.
I didn't want, yeah, pretty much. But I'd go and get away, but it just kind of sucked that I couldn't do that. That's where I would ride the bike. But it was the same kind of concept.
Your crazy ass would ride to North Branch every day.
Yeah, well, when you don't got a car, like you said,
yep.
You just take whatever you can to get you somewhere, because what the fuck am I going to do in Harris? There ain't shit going on, and I have no friends in Harris. I didn't have anybody to hang out with. Everybody's in North Branch.
Put pennies on the railroad track and wait for 3 days for the train to go by.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. I honestly don't even know if I've ever seen a train pass through Harris. I think I did once. I don't know. Maybe once. Because they rarely ever came.
Once a day now.
See? I'm missing out.
At least. Because they go from that sand factory thing.
Yeah, right.
The fracking sand.
Smells like goddamn ass over there.
Yep.
It does smell sometimes. It smells... Isn't that dog food they make there?
Yeah, some kind of animal supplements.
Supplements. It's like
horse vitamins and shit like that.
I always heard... Somebody said it was dog food, but...
It's freaking nasty smelling, whatever it is. You can smell that shit at my parents' house sometimes, like 10 miles away.
Ugh. I thought sometimes it smells like syrup. Sometimes, rarely.
What kind of fucking syrup are you eating?
Maybe they changed up the recipe since then. I don't know.
Aunt Jemima got wasted one night.
I guess.
This is gonna taste awesome.
I don't know. I thought sometimes it didn't smell all that bad, but for the most part, yeah, it smells like fucking Duke. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What do you do? But shit. Yeah, I mean, you definitely made a passion out of that. It really must have sparked a flame.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. My good friend Justin, we've been friends since we were like 8. He was over here a couple Fridays ago, and we were just hanging out in the garage, and there's not that many in here right now because I cleaned a whole bunch of stuff out of here yesterday.
Yeah.
But he was just standing there silent, and he's looking around, and he looks at me and he calls me Sven. He's like, "Hey Sven, do you know how many motors you have in here?" He's like, "Just either on something, in something, or just a motor by itself." And I said, "I don't know, like 15 maybe." And he says, 36. I'm like, no way. So he started pointing them out. Sure as shit, there was 36.
Oh my gosh. And that's just in the garage.
Yeah.
So he's got a collection of like stuff in sheds and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all of it has an eventual purpose. You know,
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I do have one question. I'm all about like holding on to stuff, but one question I do have for you. Why the hell do you have, it's a beautiful vehicle.
Oh, my old Buick?
Yeah. Why do you have that? Is there something left or you just can't get rid of it? Because I mean, you got the space. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But is there, I thought maybe you said there was something on it that you wanted to,
well,
is it the engine or?
Yeah, the motor and tranny were just fine, and the body got too rotten.
Right.
To safely drive it up on the road anymore.
That's the salt belt for you.
The first like year that I had it after I quit driving, it's like, I'm gonna find another car with a bad motor and put that one in it.
Right.
Well, yeah. A year flew by and 5 years fly by, and it's just sitting in the same spot out in the field.
Right.
And I actually last spring had a guy come out here and scrap a couple other cars, but he didn't want to give me anything for it. And it's like, well, fuck it.
Oh.
For $50, it can sit out in the field.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Because scrap will go up again.
Yeah, exactly. But has it got the catalytic converter in it? Is that what he was after?
Yeah.
So did he check? And
the car with the catalytic converter, he gave me decent money for.
Like $150 maybe, or 200 or whatever, $100. Because that's what I feel like most of them are after. They don't really even care about the metal. The metal's nothing, but they always make sure that your shit isn't rusted out and straight piped or whatever.
And the funny thing is the car that he picked up, it had the catalytic converter under it.
Yeah.
And he paid me, and as he was dragging it up on his trailer, the exhaust ripped off. It's a piece of shit car.
Sure.
And he grabs the catalytic converter, and there's like an inch of the good stuff left in it. It was almost hollow. And he's like, oh, well.
Well, I mean, he probably I'm sure he made still a profit at the end of the day, but probably made less of a profit.
Made me feel a little better.
Yeah, it made you feel like you got a deal.
Yeah.
Versus him anyway.
Yeah.
He just took one, or he was like taking multiple.
Dude, I've had too many cars. I don't know if he took more than one that day.
Oh man. So is it because some of these cars that you have back there I've never actually seen before, is it because it had a short life and you just ended up keeping it?
Melody's dad's car's out here.
Oh, okay.
And then my Camaro that I bought,
the
Z28,
that like you could literally use a fucking Phillips and a 9 wrench and take the whole thing apart.
No, not the old school one.
Oh, okay.
My pops gave me that one.
Yep. Do you still have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right behind it.
Got it.
There's a 91
and
Z28.
That's yours? Like you had that for a while, or?
Yeah. It's just the chassis.
Got it.
Well, it's everything but the motor and tranny.
So it's just waiting.
And then I bought a motor for it, and that was the end of it.
Well, you got a lift now. You didn't have one?
Yeah, then I bought a cherry picker about 3 years ago.
That I didn't remember where you got it from. I felt pretty dumb. Where'd you get this thing? I bought it from you, you fucking idiot. I was like, oh yeah. Well, at least you couldn't have done that before, right? Then? Oh
no, you need an engine hoist to get it out.
So you had the 2 pieces, but you couldn't have done anything anyways until you got that.
But yeah, it's so much work, and I just don't have the time. I just want to sell that, and I bought those 2 Firebirds for parts.
Right.
Just sell all of it and buy a turnkey car.
Yeah.
Something cool.
Right.
And you know what I've really been looking at lately?
Oh boy.
Because I don't really care if I go 150 miles an hour anymore.
Yeah, right. 149 is fine.
Old school bugs.
Ooh, okay.
I really want one.
Like a loud one, like where they're not like
A Baja Bug.
yeah, they're not
Where
like
they
a
kind of
little
chop the fenders a little bit and they put bigger tires on them. And
yep.
yeah.
When
I
they were
want one.
beefcakes.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. Have you shopped at all?
I look for them every once in a while. There's a pretty badass one right now
Ooh.
on Facebook for $3,500, but
Like how far finished is it?
oh, it's done.
Like you wouldn't do anything to it, I mean?
No.
Damn, that's cool.
Tear shit up.
Yeah. Go fuck your bitch.
It's cool because they take the motors in the back, you know?
Yep.
So they take the little hood thing off.
Right.
And then they run one of those big fucking megaphone pipes that stick like 3 feet out the back. That's what this one has.
So you could fucking submerge yourself and keep on keeping on.
Well, the original Bug, they were supposed to be not amphibious, but they were supposed to float. That
Like a
was one
bug.
thing they were known for.
Like a spider bug or whatever.
Yeah, if you fucking put her in the rhubarb and end up in a pond,
You're not gonna chug out.
yeah,
Or
you
suck
can
in.
float for a while. You can open the window and crawl up on the roof. And as long as you don't go ass over tea kettle and end up upside down in the water.
Right. Well, they're pretty heavy.
Well, the motor's in the back. Maybe they're like a bobber. The front of the car is just up in there.
Oh man, fuck yeah, dude, that would be pretty sweet to have.
Yeah.
Do they make like? Is that kind of model? I guess they don't like make those like that anymore.
In Mexico?
They make like a Baja. Just
No, just the old school air cooled Volkswagen Beetle.
yeah. Like, do they still
As of up
make
until
those?
a few years ago, anyway, you could go down there and buy a brand new one.
Damn. See here, I thought that whole design.
A brand new 1960 style
Sure. Right.
Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, because I know that they like started to turn into that little fucking dumb thing. That
Yeah, the new Beetle.
yeah. So I was thinking, so you could still, they were still making that big ass beefcake one.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
Guy that used to work at my work went to Mexico and got one back somehow. And then, because you can't come to the U.S. and try and get license for a 2010 old
Right.
school Beetle.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't pass the crash tests and emissions and all that stuff. So he just
Yeah.
titled it as a newer one or an older one.
That's kind of funny,
Yeah, buy a rusted out one with a title.
right? Oh,
There you go.
Yeah,
The new one becomes the old one.
and they never know. It's
No.
not like they're gonna fucking check
Yeah.
unless you got stopped by DOT or something.
Fuck
But-
the dot.
When does that actually happen? You ever seen one? Do they run around on unmarked? Or are they? Wait a minute. No, they're like state trooper vehicles, aren't they?
Kinda. Usually SUVs or pickups.
Because I swear that
They'll have
I've had
semis pulled over. They
Yeah.
don't really mess. They don't mess with cars.
right. I suppose they don't really. Because in like certain states where they
Well,
worry about emissions,
Like if you're in a pickup truck, like a everyday truck like yours,
Yep.
pulling a freaking mobile home down the road,
yeah,
the DOT's probably going to stop you.
okay.
Or a cop, and then they'll call the DOT.
Because DOT also they do keep track of like trailer, not just what's pulling it.
Yeah.
Like, so if it's a big old, because don't they have to be like, I don't know what the word is, registered? Like, I see a lot of some trailers have like DOT on them and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
If it's a business
okay,
vehicle, it has to be DOT.
got it.
If it's being used not just for transportation, like if it's hauling stuff you need for your job or...
Right. Yeah, because when I was working at White Castle, hell yeah, there were some state trooper looking guys, but they were like just highway. They weren't like policemen,
Yeah.
but they were driving like almost state trooper like vehicles.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they
they
got the cherries and everything on them.
They look like it said something different. They look like fucking state troopers,
Yeah.
but they also had like a orange on as well. Like
Okay.
or a green, I mean. The green vest, green and orange thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Fuck the police. Dude, we're almost to an hour. It's cruising by.
Wow.
It's almost fucking 8 o'clock. We're never going to get anything done on the bike.
Well, that's fine.
We can poke around, I suppose. What do we got? I got one more. It's just a short one, I'm sure. What do you think about the because I mean I don't know how much you keep up on it. For myself, I watch a lot of YouTube that is tech related, and I'm not technically trying to educate myself per se. It's almost like tech news. I like just listen to some of this stuff where they're just talking about current technology of like events, I guess. And I guess what I think about for our like technology standpoint is that we're still growing fairly, like, I mean, we're coming to a point. I think it's called Moore's Law. There's something where you can only make something so small before it's like impossible to make it any smaller. And you can only get so much performance anymore.
Yeah.
We're running into that where we're like, we use silicon as a medium and we can only make it so small and only can get so much performance out of it.
Yeah.
That's why, as you see throughout the years, phones aren't really getting that much better. They are, but really they're...
So there has to be some new breakthrough technology.
Yeah, right.
For it to get leaps and bounds better.
Exactly. It's almost a difference in like jet propulsion versus some sort of like
a prop plane.
Light, yeah, and that so it'd be like prop plane, jet propulsion, and then like some form of light travel. You know what I mean? Those differences are...
Beam me up, Scotty.
Hopefully one day. So then, with that being said, I was going to run it past you. I thought it'd be interesting. Is you think we've pretty much... they make new cars and stuff like that, but we're not really going anywhere with like engines anymore as far as like vehicles and like if you'd call that a small engine, like a vehicle compared to maybe something like a train. I don't know really what the fuck I'm talking about, but I mean it's pretty much that's that, right? I mean we haven't really.
I think they need to really perfect a hydrogen vehicle.
Okay. With water and shit? Yeah. So that was like, they tried to do that for a second, didn't they?
But it just took way too much. You had to put way too much energy in to get anything out of it.
Got it. So maybe like make that more efficient.
Yeah.
Like we've done for what we've already had for years now with fossil fuels and stuff. Right?
Kind of the newer electric cars, like another one of our cousins, Dan, has that Chevy Volt.
Yeah.
And he barely uses any gas.
Okay.
The motor is running, but it's driving an electric. The electric motor is what's pushing your car.
Yeah.
The gas engine just creates electricity for it.
Right.
Once your batteries get low enough. He said for like the first 40 miles, the gas motor doesn't even run. That's
pretty sweet. I was talking about this in a couple podcasts ago or a podcast ago. I don't remember when, they all blend in. But about how we're trying to... Is that electric vehicles are great, but we're also like getting that electricity sometimes from like coal plants and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's almost like we are doing better.
I've seen things on Facebook. Kind of funny. It'll be electric car plugged into a diesel generator to charge it.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we got the right idea.
Yeah.
But it's just
have to make like big solar charging stations or something.
I just seen on Reddit, see, perfect example here. It's some news that I seen. I think it's in China. I don't remember what I said or where it was when I read it this morning. Where they're taking like say 35, our highway, and it's funny when we say 35 that can apply to like 6 states all the way down south, so it's kind of funny to say that.
Oh yeah, at least.
But 35, we got 35, like just say a normal 2x2. In the center because they have a lot more population, I assume, so it's a little more, makes more sense. Through the middle, they have back and forth solar panels. So one's facing this way, one's facing the other way, one's facing that way. And then underneath that is a bike path. So like right underneath it. So you can...
Oh, nice.
So you're getting solar energy. You're shading the people on the bike path. And then it's like not... Because that space in between the highway is always going to be...
wasted.
Yeah, it's just sitting there. And it gets mowed too.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, you'd probably still have to... I don't know. That's besides the point. It is wasted space. And they kind of like made something of the wasted space. And we do see like a lot more solar gardens, like that one out in Scandia. You ever seen that one? Fucker's huge.
Got pretty messed up in the
hail
summer
stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Tornado.
Oh yeah.
Chucked a bunch of them.
That's fucked up.
Into people's trees and yards.
Free solar panel. No,
but, I wonder how much fossil fuels and stuff it takes to create a solar panel.
Yeah, see, that's where somebody was talking about the same thing. It's where
how many years of use do you got to get out of a solar panel to make it worth making the solar panel?
Yeah, you got to get your money back on your investment. I think we're making steps. I think we just became we became conscious too little too late. Engines and motors just like spread like wildfire, and now everybody has one. And now to just try and change everybody, it's a fucking process. Because you can't expect some like low income family to buy a fucking Tesla. What the hell? Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I can't buy an all electrical vehicle, and then where the hell am I supposed to charge it?
Yeah.
So I think we're making steps that we should have made a while ago, but also who would have thought? I guess I don't know.
I remember when I was a kid, just dreaming about what 2020 was going to be like.
Yeah.
And that's in like, what, 3 months?
Yeah.
It's the same shit as back then. It's just a little more fancy.
Right.
We got cell phones and stuff now.
Yep.
But it's nothing like, well, even Back to the Future. That was supposed to be 2020, wasn't it?
Right, yeah. It was supposed to be something realistic within our time frame.
And there was all these freaking flying cars, and I just remember dreaming, what is 2020 going to be like? And it's the same shit. I'm driving a car from 1997.
Yeah.
It don't fly.
No, it don't fly. Here's the thing too, though. I don't know. I think the whole flying aspect is, I think that was just, I don't know. Because is that even better? You know what I mean? I think it was just more like...
Oh, could you imagine if all the idiots on the road were flying? There'd be so many dead people.
Yeah. I thought of something.
There would have to be autopilot.
Yeah.
You couldn't have all the people that are on the road, you couldn't have them in the air.
I thought of something back when I was younger about like how, so it was like, that was still in conversation, flying, we're going to have flying vehicles one day. And I just remember like people complaining about like, well, how is it going to work? How are we going to actually do this? There's no roads. There's nothing to follow. And we already have it kind of now, but it's almost like an augmented reality that would go over the windshield and it would just like show a road. And you'd have to, I was like, I'm going to make money on that idea one day. And I don't know how to make a flying vehicle. I knew I knew the solution. Nobody made a flying vehicle. I'm left in the dark. I'm broke. It's fine.
Son of a bitch.
But I do see that it's funny because the whole, even now when we talk about it, and even though it's a thing, I feel like jetpacks are like, oh yeah, they're an obvious thing.
Yeah, people have made them.
Right. And then
people have died.
there's that one thing where people, it's like a disc that you can sit on and then like you float on it. I seen that. It was like a propelled,
like a hovercraft.
It's kind of like a platform you just kind of sit on or stand on. I mean,
huh?
And then I seen another one where it was kind of like they had something on their legs
Yeah.
and then their arms, so they're like a jet propelled person actually.
Cool.
I don't know how they didn't burn their shit off, but it's just kind of funny because that kind of seemed like, oh, secret agent shit,
Yeah.
and we've perfected it. Actually, it seems like it's probably pretty expensive to make them, and that's probably another reason. But I feel like it's almost not practical to have somebody flying around in a goddamn jet propelled suit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think about that and it's like, man, flying cars. But then I get older and older, and nobody's talking about it. And I feel like that's probably a reason. There's probably a reason why. It just, like you said,
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. People in the sky trying to drive makes no sense. And then it seems like another variable that you have to take care of. I'd rather just worry about my wheels getting fucking worn out
Oh yeah.
rather than thinking about my front left thruster going out and me falling 100 yards from the ground or whatever. It just feels like it's one more thing to add to the mix. That why would you do it?
If
That's
you
why we
could
have a plane.
The only flying car, it'd be pretty badass.
Yeah, that's true.
You could just be fucking zipping over all those people on the freeway on your way to work in the morning, and
Peace, bitch.
yep, go land in the parking lot.
That would be my...
If you had enough money to have that car, though, you probably wouldn't be going to work in the morning.
No. You'd be sitting at home being a philanthropist. Having sex with your hot wife. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. But who knows? I think one thing that, like, even myself just take for granted is that nowadays we're talking so much more in the whole world. Like, I could easily, if I wanted to, get in contact with somebody in China, no problem.
Oh,
Even if it's just talking to a customer support representative on some Alibaba or whatever thing to try and buy some weird shit online. That right there is me being able to just like talk to somebody across the world, when even just knowing what's going on in Canada and Mexico in the 90s, you didn't know anything.
Yeah.
It was whatever the news told you. There was no way to Google what's going on in fucking Mexico. You didn't know what was happening even to your neighboring state, for crying out loud.
You had the world news.
Sure. But that was like, big subjects.
Yeah, you don't hear all the like local news.
Yeah. It's just you see, like with animals that have hive mind. Is it bees? I think bees.
Yeah.
They have like a hive mind where they all kind of, or ants too, maybe, where they all kind of get it and they all kind of know what's going on with each other.
Yeah.
Like they're aware of
they know their role.
Right, exactly. I'm not saying that hold on. We're not like in an encampment now. Get in line, bitch. Smash those rocks. This is only your job. But I feel like we're understanding what's going on a lot more than we were before. And I don't know. It's like technology's great and all, but we kind of tapped out personal technology. We got the computers and the phones and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't really get much better. But what does get better is our like understanding of what's going on in the whole world, I think. Even though some of the younger generations seem to like be so focused on...
Yeah. They take it way too far.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, I think we need to go through some waves.
People need personal lives again.
Yeah.
Nobody has a personal life anymore.
Right. It's all about somebody else.
Broadcast on the internet.
Yeah. Right. Like just exist for yourself rather than, trying to only focus on what other people are like,
what other
think
people
of your
think.
life.
Yeah.
Like, who really gives a shit? It's kind of why I got off of Facebook. Facebook is a great utility to like keep in touch with your family. I'm not gonna like knock that. It's nice to just be able to easily connect. Like, I'm totally pro us as a human race doing that kind of thing, but I just felt like it was almost like I knew too much.
Yeah.
Family reunions, I knew what you had to eat on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about? I seen you pissed off last week.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to talk about? I already know everything that's going on, and it just kind of bothered me that I didn't really, enjoy the moment. Not that you post on Facebook, but if I, kept up with you, I'd take a little for granted us hanging out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I already know what's going on in your life. I don't need to hang out with you. It's like, I don't want to have to feel like that. It seems like, that takes away from the personal part of it, like you're saying. Enjoy it for, it's kind of, I'm doing a podcast here for the internet, so it's kind of weird to say that. But I'm doing it because it's fun, not because I really give a shit if anybody listens or not.
Yeah.
I really don't care if anybody listens. I love you. But if I only get 20 people to listen, that's fine. I'm not getting upset about getting my, what is that, verification or whatever through other people. Not verification,
validation.
But validation. I don't fucking care. Yeah, you're right. Get a personal life again. Stop being a fucking douche. Get off your phone. I'm not one to talk. I'm in a IT field, but I do enjoy, my time. All right, enough rambling. We got a couple of phrases here, and we'll get out of here. This is the part of the show I like to call "Fuck Up Your Philosophy," in which I bring up a couple of philosophy quotes. And we just break them down. The first one I got here is, "Man is the measure of all things." I don't really know if I believe that, but I wanted to just bring it up to see if we could break it down. Man is the measure of all things. But the universe exists without man. So
nothing would be judged without man.
Oh. Something would judge it, though, you'd think. Although we are pretty up there on the intellectual, ability versus some other animals.
Yeah. I think we're probably the only creature on the planet that does judge.
Yeah, that's true. That, kind of... what's that? Yeah,
judging an animal is just
existing.
I guess you could call it judging another animal, but all they're doing is determining whether it's a threat or not.
Yeah.
Is this thing going to eat me or is it cool?
True. It's not like
That's
a judgment of
care.
character. They don't care if they're picking their nose or shitting everywhere. They just want to know if it's going to hurt me or not. But we actually judge people on their character.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, as a being, as a man, not a man or woman, but a man, a human, if we weren't around, there would be no measuring, because things would just exist without it.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's a factual thing or not. See how that kind of gets your noggin going? I don't know. That one was kind of lame, but there's some truth to it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll show you something else I can measure. All right, we'll get the next one. I got two of them. I do two every time. This one I thought was funny. If my foot had a brain, it would welcome the mud. If my foot had a brain, it would welcome the mud. So, what's this dude trying to get at? I didn't get these quotes with people who like the person that said it.
A little chaos.
Little
He or
chaos.
she, whoever wrote that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get this from one that I could cite the source. So whoever said that, if you're alive or not, thank you for that. Yeah, maybe they're just well, let's break it down like didn't the Scarecrow. I did this in the last podcast. Didn't the Scarecrow have a brain or not have a brain? Wasn't that one?
Oh,
yeah.
Man. The Tin Man was
Tin
looking
Man,
for the heart.
Yeah.
The Lion was looking for courage.
I literally did this with my buddy Jimmy. We couldn't. We were having trouble.
The Scarecrow needed a heart.
No,
right?
that was the Tin Man. He didn't have a heart because he tapped him.
Yeah.
So the Scarecrow didn't have a brain. If I only had a brain.
Yeah, okay.
He literally said that same fucking thing.
Yeah, because he flips his hat open and...
Yeah. Okay, so if you think about it like that, if he had a brain, he'd probably welcome whatever's to come after he had a brain.
Yeah.
Whether it's a foot, whether it's whatever. If he had a brain and could... make cohesive thoughts. Sure, bring on the mud. Because at least I'd have a brain. But what's it fucking matter? Because the person who wrote that already has a brain.
Yeah, what was it again?
If my foot had a brain, it would welcome the mud.
Yeah.
Just ready for whatever.
Yeah.
Why didn't he say shit? Doesn't want to step in poop? Scared of the poop?
Trust me, with 3 dogs here, I step in enough of it and it pisses you off. Mud's not so bad. It doesn't stink. It's not glued to the bottom of your shoe.
You know what though? I thought about it. You're probably fertilizing your lawn without even thinking about it.
The dogs?
No, well, yeah, but you're probably spreading it out. You step in it, well, now you're fertilizing your lawn.
Yeah. All the freaking grass is dead where they crap.
Yeah. Well, dude, wait a minute. Dude, I shit you not, I don't know if I've told you this, but where I cut out for Oscar to go take a shit,
yeah,
dude, you want good grass. I'll bring over Oscar for a winter. You tell me where you need grass.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting you. That goes 2 cuts before the front yard needs a cut. I'd have to cut that twice before that one.
What the hell you feed your dog?
I don't know. Some good shit, apparently. It's thick. It is thick. And it just, you can tell. It's in this section right out the back of my patio. It's just super thick. The rest of it's just fine. But you can just tell that where he's probably shit a majority of the time. It's just... I go back there, I go through the front yard, can barely even tell I mowed the lawn. You go through the backyard, and then my fucking tractor's trying to go through the shit. And since it's thick, it's also wet as fuck, so... Yeah, man, you just need some fertilizer. I should start selling my dog's poop. Just collect it and sell it off in a bag. Well, I think we got through that quote. That was pretty good. I don't know if you're ever interested. I'd like to have you again. It was kind of fun.
Hell yeah.
We can get all fucked up and just talk about whatever. Well, I think we'll call it that. We're gonna go work on this bike for a little bit and call her a night.
Right on. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was a lot of fun. To whoever who was listening out there, I just want you to know that I think you're a really special human being and that you're so treasured by everybody around you, and that, to be honest with you, whether or not you have a dick or not, I'd suck the shit out of it. Until next time, I hope you guys have an awesome night. Peace out.